Myofascial release with the MB5 Here's some fun juggling by me. So we're going to start off with releasing the piriformis. So you see I'm sitting more straight onto the ball, and a lot of people who have sciatica issue or pseudosciatica issues, this is going to be very tender. Again, always, if as an option, if this is too tender or too much tension on the floor, you're more than welcome to do this versus the wall. Now I'm showing you how to do a glute medius release. Biggest thing with any trigger point work is to make sure you are breathing. So you want to take the time to release and let the trigger point melt. Next spot after the glute is I release the chest. So I'm just showing you one way, just in the interest of time. And all you're doing is rubbing along the pec area. Next is the forearm. So I'm just trying to find any tender spot. So if you have golfer's elbows, tennis elbows, so this is a really good release. Find the tender spot and move your wrist around. Next, we move to the front of the hip. And so you're going to start just below the hip bone, and you're going to bring your heel to your bum and then rock up and down. And then what you're going to do is drop your foot in and out. So I mean up and down by heel to bum and then side to side. What you're going to do is work your way down the thigh right to the top of the knee, and you'll find a tender spot probably about a quarter of the way down the thigh, and that's very tender for most people because we sit for too long. Next is the hamstring. So we're going to do the reverse side. So what you can do is I actually use yoga blocks to prop myself up a little bit. You could just do this sitting on a chair, but here I'm just showing you on the floor. Again, you're just taking the ball and rolling it down the hamstring. I'm just placing it down. And again, you're moving the joint below the tender spot. So I'm moving my ankle around. Next, we're doing the peroneals or your shins. So this is really good for runners. If you're a runner, here's how you release it. And what I'm going to do is start at the top of the shin, essentially, and work my way down to the ankle. And then we do the soleus, which is very, very, very tender for most people because we wear improper shoes. So this is how you release it. Make sure that foot is internally rotated and move the ankle.